That will start to mix out by sunrise, and then through the day, we're going to be warm in the mid 70s, partly cloudy skies, isolated light rain showers. Really just a rinse and repeat of today. Our big changes aren't going to be coming until we get into the cold front. Now, I want to stress that it's a morning cold front because that high temperature of 64 degrees, that's going to happen in the morning. Think at 10 a.m. 64, and then by the afternoon dropping through the 50s. We're going to have gusty winds coming from the north. You can see in our future track for the next 24 hours, cloudy, light rain. The actual front passes through, not with a lot of fanfare, maybe some light sprinkles, but then we'll start to dry out. The sunshine is there by Monday morning, but because we have those clear skies and the cold air ushering in, look at our lows. Here in Houston, we've put 34 degrees. It can drop by a few degrees, which means not out of the question, a few locations could see a light freeze. So what does this mean? It's not going to be at freezing for long. We're talking maybe an hour or two. But if you do have sensitive plants, value, so bring your plants inside if you want to keep them looking beautiful. Otherwise, no worries about the rest of the week. Actual air temperature a tad on the warm side, and we've even got a few streamer showers. You'll notice over the last few hours, just few and far between, really just a few spritzes out there near League City and just off the coast of Baytown, Pasadena. Nothing heavier than just a few sprinkles. And this is what we're going to see through the rest of the evening. You might get a spritz here or there, but don't worry, nothing heavier is coming. Otherwise, air temperature in the mid to upper 70s, just shy of 80 degrees for our friends out there in Katy. As we head through the evening, temperatures dropping through the 60s, and you'll notice patchy fog once again possible overnight tonight. That means tomorrow morning, plan on a bit of extra time if you're heading out early on your Saturday. It'll be mild and foggy. Quite frankly, it's going to be very similar to what we saw today. Highs in the mid 70s tomorrow. It's not going to be until Sunday that we really start to see changes. A cold front that's going to drop temperatures, Andy, to near freezing on Monday. More details coming up.
Ooh, getting cold just thinking about that. Caroline, thank you.
We're not in the 80s. It could be worse. And I actually think it's a really nice start to the weekend. And if you like the warm weather, I mean, get out there today. I wouldn't recommend. I just love looking at those big oak trees with the Christmas lights. As for how it's feeling out there, well, Andy said it perfectly. It's a little bit on the warm side. 78 here in Houston, down on the island, 72 degrees. So a nice mild start to this evening. Once we start to see those temperatures drop, that's when we're expecting more patchy fog this evening. Storm Tracker 2 radar showing a few freckles out there of streamer showers. You can see them out in Liberty County. These are going to be continuing as we go through the next few hours. So you'll notice a few showers just in the north of Pearland, near Deer Park as well. Nothing is expected to be heavy tonight. Not going to be seeing big impacts, but do know if you're sitting outside for a Friday night date night, you may feel a few sprinkles, maybe flip on that windshield wiper once or twice on your way to dinner. Future track is going to show some light rain possible here in the Houston area and the I-10 corridor by 10 p.m. this evening, and those on and off light showers, that's going to be continuing into the day tomorrow. Really, tomorrow is a rinse and repeat of what we've seen today. Starting off, dense fog is going to be likely. I would not be surprised if we get another advisory. And then into the afternoon, I am expecting slightly more coverage of rain showers, but once again, nothing severe, no flood risk, likely not even going to see lightning with any of these rain showers. So tomorrow, a 30% chance of front. And I want to emphasize that it's moving through in the morning because 64 degrees for our high temperature, that's actually coming in the morning. As we go through the day, our temperatures are going to be falling. So think Sunday afternoon in the 50s, even though the morning's in the 60s. You can see that front moves through Sunday early morning, and then by Monday, we've got clear skies, and because of this, we are going to see temperatures really plummet. Here in Houston, 34 degrees. A few locations could see a light freeze, especially to our north, which means we're not expecting any problems with pipes. We're only going to be around freezing for about an hour or two, but if you've got sensitive plants, poinsettias, definitely bring them inside.
Dry, and it's been sunny all day.
I mean, it's been a really nice day outside. Yes, it's been a really nice night to head out to the Houston Zoo. If you are heading out to Holiday Lights, no need to have a big jacket. Temperatures really just going to be falling through the 70s into the 60s. Right now, sitting just shy of 80 degrees for our friends out in Fort Bend County, 79, 78 here in Houston. Down on the island, 72 degrees. So across the board, a mild start to the evening. We have been seeing a few light sprinkles, and this is exactly what we can see as we head through the overnight period and through the day tomorrow. Just light rain and sprinkles. Nothing heavier than this is going to be expected. However, you can expect to see patchy, dense fog overnight tonight, really similar to what we saw this morning. You can see here in the Houston area, possible to see some light rain showers by 10 o'clock, nothing heavy. That's going to be impacting the entire I-10 corridor. So if you've got a late night date night, I would have at least a covered patio, unless you're okay with getting a little bit damp out there. Certainly not going to be a good night if you're trying to curl your hair. Saturday morning starting off just like today, dense patchy fog is going to be likely until about 9 a.m. I fully expect to see another dense fog advisory tomorrow, and then into the afternoon, perhaps a tad more coverage on that rain shower potential, mainly going to be for locations south of I-10. Our far coastal communities are going to be the ones seeing most rain, but nobody's going to have any significant accumulations. So today and tomorrow were really just a repeat of each other, but once we get to Sunday, we're forecasting a morning cold front, which means our 64 degrees, that's going to be a morning high temperature. As we head into the afternoon, we're going to see those temperatures tumble through the 50s. And then they are really going to get cold into Monday morning. Take a look at this. The actual front passing through early on Sunday. That's why Sunday morning is the warmest. Through the day, cooling down. And by the time we get to Monday, this is going to be some of the coldest air we've seen all season. Here in Houston, we do have the possibility of freezing. I would say only about a 20% chance. I went with a low of 34.